famous cryptid hunter and ghost chaser. Internet famous. Well, I mean, it's no telekinetic threat in student debt, but I guess we can try him out. Why is B confirm hero slash back? What do you mean confirm slash back? Those are opposite things. What will happen if I hit that? Oh, it goes back to the main menu. Okay. Off to a good start.
You can't walk away from me.
You're telling me, lady. I can't believe I reinstalled Redfall. Cafe menu, $7 for a coffee, and they say the vampires are the monsters. Was that a font? Were you a font, $7? It wasn't, okay. I see you, Redfall. Ah, Redfall, you're just like I remembered. I remember being on these docks. It's the Hollow Man's cult. Take that, cult. Are you a cultist? Yeah, you're a cultist. Got her. So this guy came here to investigate vampires, and the first thing he did was, like, gun down several people. Is he not concerned about this? Does he not care? Is he desensitized to video game violence after he played Grand Theft Auto 5? Should I use my pistol with the green sights or my pistol with the red sights? I'll try the red sights. Gotta use the red pistol in Redfall. Planks in the sewers. Don't mind if I do. He just punches him down. Corvo Dishonored has to use a sword on those. John Redfall is extremely strong to be able to punch through those. Anybody home in the fire station? I do believe this is the mission hub. You guys want some Dr. Rad? Want some swell? Want some Sunny and All? Want some Jitter Jug? Want some Citrus Funda? That's a pretty weak cast of original sodas. Hey, Hollow Man cultists. I'm right behind you. I'm trying to signal them with Morse code. They're not responding. Let me try gun code. That worked. You got the shotgun. Let's kill him with a shotgun. Hey, vampire. Wait, use the stake. Use the stake melee. What button stakes him? Do they gotta be downed first? Come here. Okay, now do I stake him? There we go. You know, if the stake kills him in one hit, maybe just use the stake. Don't elbow them. Ah, yes, the famous Redfall cutscenes. Gotta love these. When Marlowe Briggs has better cutscenes than you, you know you're in big trouble. I can't get my gun out in the mission hub. That sucks. In Dishonored, they let you kill the friendly NPCs. You get a game over, but at least you can do it. They give you the player freedom to kill Samuel if you want to. Hey, lady, what are you buying? You buying a Funda? You getting a Citrus Funda? Oh, it doesn't work. It's out of... Oh, no, it's out of order. Oh, my God. The vampires destroyed our vending machines. Now they must die.
You ran into one of those creeps, yeah?
Those creeps?
Those loonies?
Those loonies? Come on. What's a Redfall got to do to get those things around here? If I remember correctly, a helicopter crashes now. Yeah. I never forget an army guy helicopter crash. Oh, lightning got him. Wow. You don't see that every day. I guess the helicopters had no chance to dodge lightning, because when the missile shoots him, it goes, da, 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 incoming. But with lightning, it's like instant. Maybe Bad Guy Industries should start using lightning to shoot down good guy helicopters from now on. Bad news, cultist. This time I have the stake. Stop. Don't punch. Stop punching. Who has a bayonet on their shotgun and tries to punch somebody? Come on, man. Are you a vampire from Redfall? Can I stake you, or do I gotta shoot you first? Okay, hang on. Come here. Die.
You can't hurt me.
I can hurt you. Consider yourself hurt. Her character portrait is very Dishonored-esque. It's weird to me that Arcane like knows how to do the Dishonored graphic style, but then for this game, they're like, eh, make it cartoon like Fortnite. I feel like if it was more dark and like gothic horror-y, similar to the game Dishonored, then it might have worked a lot better. I don't know why the graphic style was happy game for kids, even though it is rated M. The trunk is locked, and I need a lockpick. Does that really not work? Oh, it's gonna explode. Okay, of course. Do you think Phil Spencer sacrificed all of Arcane Austin in a profane blood ritual in order to acquire a lifetime supply of Ozempic? You've unlocked Translocate. Oh, it's that? Hang on. Oh, that's very good. That's very useful. Now, that's a pretty nice skill. I do like that one. That skill was the only good part of Death of the Outsider. Replace this crappy white tier sniper with the purple sniper. Oh, yeah, and I have the Grim Tide legendary shotgun. Oh, man, the Grim Tide. Check it out. Why, oh why, does this game have weapon rarities? Are you evil? I guess it was evil. It probably was. Piano test. Come on. All right, fine. Hit X to play the piano. Wow, that was pretty good. The piano does work. I didn't try shooting it, actually. Hang on. If I shotgun you, will you go bang? No. There is a toy piano. Let's try this one. No. No. Okay. They get points for having a toy piano. That's pretty good. The Grave Lock. 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100? Are you out of your mind? Everybody join my lobby. We're going to find all 100 audio logs in Redfall. It's going to be really fun. That's what I'm doing for Halloween. I can't imagine anything scarier. Silence Pistol. Okay, pretty good. Whoa, 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 it's the Bellwether Operative. I should have known Bellwether Operative would be here. Why can't the PMC ever be the good guys? Why do they always gotta be so evil? Like, favorite, subscribe if you want to watch me play the Blackwater game for the Kinect.
This pocket watch. It's been in our family for a long time. Would you take it and place it on my mother's grave?
Could they really not have just procedurally generated the lip sync for this audio line? Place the watch on the grave. Wait, I can steal it back? No way. Having decided the fate of Dr. Hunt's watch, it's time to return to the fire station. I didn't realize I was deciding its fate. That guy was like, can you please place this memorial watch on my mother's grave? And I said, can you please sell this watch at the pawn shop? Yep, got it, man. Hey, Hollow Man cultist, do you guys want to have a battle? Do you want to fight? We can fight if you want to. Here's my flashlight. Aim for the flashlight. Okay, I'll go first. All right, your turn. Good try. My turn. I missed. All right, you guys' turn again. Good try.
To be like, kill. Why do you want to play shitty ass game?
My turn. I have action surge. I get 2 attacks. Oh no, vampires invaded my small.
Why you like that, kill? Like, you question me for playing shitty ass games, but then you literally do the exact same thing. It's like, where's the logic in that? I'm definitely gonna question it coming from you specifically. You questioned me a lot, and then all of a sudden now you have a problem when I question you.
Which I turned off immediately. So just imagine the camera whenever I run. I want those Skittles. Nice. I'm surprised the game let me do that. I have such little faith in this game that I'm shocked that this works. Get out of here. That guy wanted the snacks. He wanted those chips, and he went out to his car to get more change. But when he came back in, I had absconded with the chips, and I killed him. I feel like I'm just kind of running around, not accomplishing much. Is that the goal of Redfall? Is that the gameplay loop they were working on? Look, a poster of my guy, because the lore of my guy is that he's an author that writes books about cryptids. Then he came to Redfall, and overnight became extremely fine with murdering hundreds of people. You know, like an average person would have some moral qualms about that, but nope. He started blasting.
A monkey.
Maybe nobody came to his book signing. Oh, man. If you're an author and you're doing a book signing and you know nobody's going to be there, that's
and the redesign, yes.
You have somebody hold their phone and
or slightly redesigned. Still has some like I'm just changing
then you post
certain parts of it.
I'm an author, been writing for 20 years, and no one's ever showed up. My first ever fan showed up to book signing, and I cried because I was so happy. Then you post that, and it does numbers, and people buy your book and realize it sucks. Oh, she's got a lot of health. What the heck? She's got fireball. Face me, enemy. What? Huh? Can she go into the ground, or is she teleporting? There she is. Die. 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 Oh, nice try. And she went to the floor again. She's back. Die. Die. I can't believe they shipped this game. If Phil Spencer, like, played this game for 5 minutes, he would have realized, oh my god, we can't publish this. We have to cancel this immediately. Did nobody at Xbox, like, realize that they made a first-person shooter where the first-person shooting is awful? It doesn't even feel good on an Xbox controller. That
yeah, I don't know what you're gonna talk about.
Aim assist is better, but it's one of those games where you plug your controller in and you're like, ugh, that doesn't feel right. Mirror, mirror on the wall, why'd they make the game Redfall? Red laser pointer vampire. A red laser vampire in the game Redfall. I quite like Arcane, but I still wish this game wasn't made. Connect to the antennas to triangulate the source
that was
signal.
good. Let's see.
Are you evil? Yeah. I gotta stop asking if they're evil. They're vampires. Why am I asking?
It's a video.
They're creatures of the night. Of course they're evil. All right, vampire, here's the test. I have a little table between us. Can you get to me? Do you have the ability to reach me? Oh. Oh, okay. Hang on. Hang on. She's been alive for thousands of years. She's using her extreme intellect. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Use a teleport. You have teleport, right? I have teleport. Want to see? See? I can do it. Can you do it? You can fly. Fly over it. Use a teleport or fly over this thing. Come on. I believe in you, vampire. Oh, hang on. Nope, that was a jump. Jump over this. Oh, hey, there we go. But still no. She just teleported 2 feet to the left. All right, vampire. I would say good battle, but that was not a good battle. I was not impressed. Snipe. Huh? Did somebody shoot my pal? Snipe. The small size of this map makes it so that enemies can't hear very far, or else every time you did a combat, you'd be instantly overwhelmed. But like, if you shot a gun anywhere in this town, I feel like the whole rest of the town would hear it. It's not a big town. Do I have any cool cosmetics for my guy yet? I need a new jacket. I will now equip the Casual Hunter cosmetic. Now I am casual. The vampires won't take me seriously, and that will be the run.
Who knows? Right now they delayed the movie.
Really? Are you kidding? He walked in front of me while I was holding.
Wonder
X
why.
hold X meter. I wish nothing but bad fortune on the citizens of this town. What's on the movie today?
This damn thing.
Really? Really? The film projector is a slideshow? The film projector is also a slideshow? Are you kidding me? That's shocking. You think this would be a low-resolution MP4 of Dr. Science being like, I'm sure I won't turn into a vampire, blah! But instead, it's this. Destroy the vampire underboss so the people of Redfall can take back the neighborhood. Oh, yeah. Finally, this neighborhood will be free. This neighborhood right here. It takes like 30 seconds to sprint from there to there. I'm not exactly liberating a large swath of territory. You hear that, vampires? This street is closed to your con. That street over there, 5 meters away. Yeah, shake it. Do your dance. Look at that dance. This Redfall cultist is going crazy. Nice moves. So the guy I have to kill for this mission is inside of this statue? Can I get him? There we go. Gotcha. He thought he could hide by phasing into a statue. Nobody hides from John Redfall. Vampire, wake up. I'm gonna stake you through the window. Will this work? That should not have worked. Come on, game. Come on now. Take some pride in your craft, Redfall. You can't be letting me get away with that kind of crap. R.I.P. Continental Army guy, 1671 to 2023. He lived a very long life. Maybe he was the vampire I just staked. Hey, vampire, check out my stake launcher. I do like the stake launcher. It's a fun gun. Might be the only gun in this game that feels good to use. Why are you glowing blue, cultists? Do you have stuff in you? Do you have mana inside of you? Maybe I can suck his mana out if my mana's gone. Hang on. Use my mana. Now give me your mana. He didn't give me his mana. Okay, who knows? Maybe he ate too much.
I
Baja
told
Blast.
you I already came up with it. I just didn't have
Yeah.
time.
I mean, you would expect a game about vampires took over your town to at least try.
It's not in your ref, so therefore you never came up with an idea.
It's a bit of a shame. Take the whiskey from Eva's apartment. Take the cigars from Eva's apartment. This quest is called Whiskey and Cigars. I could do without the Whiskey and Cigars reference, because all it does is remind me this game sucks and Dishonored is good. When you're making a bad game, you probably shouldn't make a quest called Remember Our Good Game? That was good. You're not playing that one, though. Quite the contrary. This game is like a Discord call type game. The only possible purpose it could serve is to be something for you and your friends to occupy your hands with while you're talking on Discord. Because it is a giant, well, not that big. It is a open world you can run around in and shoot stuff. But there's nothing to any of it. It's the most basic possible iteration of every system that it has. But if you think it's funny to make your friends play bad games with you, this is a good one for that. I did tell some of my friends to play Redfall with me when Redfall came out, and I told them I'd put them in the video. Then I didn't. They got tricked. I scammed my friends into playing Redfall with me. I think that makes me more of a monster than the vampires. That's pretty bad. Now that I say it out loud, that's pretty bad. We're no longer friends, obviously, because I made them play Redfall. Whiskey and Cigars, place the gifts near Eva. Don't give them to her. You can't hand them to her. We have no animation for handing them to her, so place them near her.
Something Kill would say.
There you go. I got you some gifts. They're over there.
We're
You
no
can't
longer
lose,
friends because
so
I made them
I guess you
play.
won't
Because
be
he made me
enjoying them,
play
considering you
insert
don't
game
have a
here that
walking
Kill
animal. That was a
dislikes.
good quest. Okay. What else we got in the old quest board?
My father kept a shotgun. I put it in the trunk of my car.
That was the whole quest, was get that
The
shotgun trade. Oh, how dreadful. A vampire in the town of Redfall.
I was like,
There
what?
goes
I never
nothing.
recommended you that game and all
Another
that shit. Or we
epic
ne
This will make a great
Well, I mean, I
series
recommended
by
to
upcoming
play,
novels.
but you say you
The
weren't
story of the
interested.
9
But like, we never
vampires
played that game.
got shot with no variation. The Beck twins? The Beck twins? There's 2 Becks? Yay. What?
But yeah, you
Did it
play
get sucked
Ori.
into the dollhouse? No. Why did it, what? Why did it cut the
But you
black?
say you hate
Oh, it's back
side-scrollers.
when the house was nice. Oh, that's so sad. This just makes me
And wait, what do
depressed.
you mean?
They're
It's still a
trying to be
side-scroller
prepping
either way.
stuff again. They're
It doesn't
"Oh,
matter
that's
if it's
how it
through.
was in the past when it was nice before it got all messed up. But in
But
Dishonored, you can switch
it's
between them at
but
will,
it's
and that's what
still
makes it cool.
a
This is not
side-scroller.
cool. This is just all the books are on the shelf still.
I don't want you leaving the house today.
I'm not. I never said it was a bad game.
So bad. Oh, it's in the void. It's even in the Dishonored void. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? It feels like people at Arcane wanted to
It's
make
just
it
like
more
you say you
Dishonored.
hate
It feels like
side-scrollers,
they
but
were
you play
forcing
Ori,
this
but then you
against
start
their will.
saying,
You
"Oh,
completed
it's
the
3D."
house
It's like,
Shadows quest.
what's the
Wanna do
difference?
more
It's
quests?
2D or 3D. It's still a side-scroller.
Vampire Nest. Destroy this nest to remove the zone of influence. Let's try that. I haven't done one of those yet. Hey, Vampire, have you guys seen Monsters, Inc.? That was a pretty good movie. They went in the door in that movie. Destroy the nest heart, gather loot, escape before collapse, and collect the blood remnant. All right. Am I disturbing your nest, Vampire? I'm sorry. I'm just going to run past you. Can I run past them? Will Operation Run Past Them be successful? All of the vampires in the cave chase me to this dead end, so now I can just do this and kill them all with my ult, even with millennia of careful planning. There was no way for the vampires to predict an area of effect attack. Hello, Vampire Nest Heart. Hello, Vampire Nest Victim. Don't worry, Victim, you're free. Oh, they're still dead. Work fast once the heart is destroyed, because eventually the nest will collapse, shunting you out of psychic space. Shunting me out of psychic space? That sounds painful. Uh-oh. Oh, we have a minute to loot. Okay. How about you, Nest Heart Chamber? Do you have loot? You have... Oh, okay. Some good stuff. Got a couple guns. Give me all that stuff. There we go. I got a UV beam gun. That sounds pretty strong against vampires. And now we will just leave. All right, that was the vampire nest. All I did was run past all the enemies and then use my ultimate on them. Took about 1 minute. You're telling me the PMC full of army guys couldn't do that? Well, that vampire nest was extremely easy. Let's go do this vampire nest. Am I getting addicted to clearing out the Redfall open world? I hope not. That would suck. I did successfully stop myself from 100%ing the Borderlands 4 open world. I did like 85% of it and said, you know what? I'm good. But then I proceeded to play the game for 150 more hours. But those were on different characters. So that doesn't count as an addiction. Believe me, I know what Borderlands addiction looks like. It's not pretty. All right, just go ahead and freeze every single vampire with UV light again. There we go. It's a very effective tactic. That guy didn't get frozen. Come on, man. There we go. Play by the rules, Vampire. When you kill the heart in these vampire nests, it does force you to like plan out a route for the most efficient way to loot. I'm gonna go to that one, then there's one there, then 2 over there. So that's something, right? Samuelson's shipyard. Get it? Because Samuel was the boatman in Dishonored. Welcome to the humble dockyard of remember when we made good games? Remember Dishonored? That was fun. You know a game is bad when its blatant Dishonored fan service doesn't work on me. That was a crazy no-scope. Oh, that was a crazy no-scope. I'm no joke at Redfall. This mud seems quite interesting. I will rub around in this mud. If I do a good job rubbing this mud, who knows? I could be promoted to a minion that dies in 1 hit. How did that miss? The legend lives on from Redfall on down of the boat that's floating in the ocean. You'd think that another ship out on the sea would take note of that boat's lack of motion. There's clouds in the sky, and I guess that is why no one's noticed that the town of Redfall has been overrun by armed cultists and vampires and a militia of private military company operators. Even though the town of Redfall is in Massachusetts. So wouldn't the government or anyone have noticed that this happened? I guess even if somebody did notice, the army guy helicopter at the beginning was killed by lightning, so no air support could come. I think, like, fighter jets can get hit by lightning, though, right? All I'm saying is I don't think that the vampires could defeat an F-35. Another new type of piano, really? This game might have the most playable pianos of any first-person shooter. That is a real accomplishment. You know, they probably should have focused on making the game good rather than making a bunch of pianos, but is another one? Oh my god. I appreciate your pianos, Redfall. If I knew the game had so many unique pianos in it, maybe I would have played it a little bit more when it came out.
Taking out those cultists was satisfying.
He does like murder. He does have bloodlust. He does like murder. Dude, my guy is becoming a monster. Forget the vampires. I'm becoming a homicidal maniac. Hey, Carl, good job on the effigy you built in honor of our evil vampire god, the Hollow Man, but are you sure that thing's safe? It looks a little rickety. I'm not sure I want to stand near that. Oh, yeah, man, it's totally safe. It only has 3 glowing weak spots.
God damn it, you're going to fucking click on it.
My radar, what's it gonna be? I'm hoping it'll be the Hayabusa helmet for Master Chief. Nope, it's just the Bespoke Bloke backpack. Well, I guess I might as well equip the Bespoke Bloke backpack. It's okay. The ocean floor with none of the water on it is kind of a cool biome. It's not a bad idea. It's kind of cool to explore, actually. That's probably the coolest environmental idea this game has. It's too bad that there's, like, nothing down there. There's one boat over there for a quest, and that's it. Look out, everybody. It's Weeping Tammy. I'll give you something to weep about, Tammy. I saw Weeping Tammy, and I went kablammy. Can vampires swim? I guess they probably can swim, right? Nothing's really stopping them from doing that. They can't go in holy water. It has to be holy water, not regular salt water. If I get the priest at the firehouse to fill up a water gun with holy water, can I just use that on the vampires and go squirt, 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 and make them die? Optional. Kill Captain Oikonomau. All right, Oikonomau, come on out. I never leave an optional objective unfulfilled, except for when I play most games. Oh wow, Captain Oikonomau, you look very similar to Weeping Tammy. Are you guys related? Or did Arcane not make more than 5 different vampire models for their vampire hunting game? Whoa, they got a whip move? What the? Stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made fun of you, Captain Oikonomau. Please forgive me. Look out, it's Rook. Hi, Rook. Who are you? Why are you here? Okay. Good battle, Rook. Oh, he broke free. Oh, no, he's strong. This guy's stronger than Captain Oikonomau. There's only one solution for this guy. I'll have to shoot him with the gun that kills you. Look, it killed him. I'm supposed to free these citizens to gain community standing points, but these are the first friendly NPCs that I've seen that are sitting next to a red barrel, so I can't resist. Are they gonna die? Okay, yes, they die. Oh well, there goes 3 community standing points.
I told him it was reckless, but he didn't listen.
Maybe he couldn't hear you because your mouth doesn't move when you talk. The vampires told me to hold this blue potion in my hands for 999 years, then they'd finally make me one of them. I've been holding it steady for 998 years and 364 days and 23 hours and 59 minutes. I'm finally almost a vampire. Oh, darn. Oh no, Dr. Hunt's father. Did the stopwatch turn into a vampire? Was his soul inside the stopwatch? When I looted the stopwatch and sold it to a pawn shop, did that anger the father's soul? And he came back as a vampire? Hey man, I'm real sorry about your stopwatch that I stole and your father who turned into a vampire that I just killed and also you're dead. But if you could put in a good word with the community for me, I'd really appreciate it. I recently did explode 3 community members with a red barrel, so I really need some more reputation points with them. Thanks, buddy. Do I have any good new outfits for my meeting with the Hollow Man? I have the Bespoke Bloke. I have the 4-alarm fighters. There we go. I'm a fireman. I'm sure Hollow Man will be very impressed by my Bespoke Bloke backpack.
Right then. Off to destroy a super powerful vampire whom half the locals worship like a god. Just another ordinary day.
The writing in Redfall is not good. Here I am at the Hollow Man's door. It's not very impressive. I thought he'd have like a building. Here's some underboss skulls, Hollow Man. Let's go get him. Let's go find out why they call him the Hollow Man. Probably because he's about to be filled with these hollow point rounds. Ammo's actually kind of scarce. I shouldn't have wasted that. Anything for a bit. Let's have a battle, Hollow Man. Wow, he's not very healthy, is he? Can he attack? Okay, yeah, he can suck. Oh no, he went behind the pillar. I can't suck him anymore. Whatever shall I, the Hollow Man, do? Oh no, he has invulnerability phase. Of course he does. Who's surprised? Not me. Who's annoyed? Yes, me. I think Serana's dad is a cooler vampire than him. And I don't even remember the name of Serana's dad. Next time you summon an energy shield, don't leave a giant gap in it. That would be my advice to you, Hollow Man. The Hollow Man is officially dead. I guess that means there won't be a Halloween this year. All right, so that was Redfall. It wasn't very good. They were kind of setting up Hollow Man like the final boss. I guess I didn't kill Ring Light Lady yet. She was in the intro cutscene. Maybe she's the final boss? New mission, To the Other Side. Travel to Burial Point.
Eh.
Warning, you will not be able to return to Redfall Commons. There's another map? There's a second map? There's another half of this? Alright, welcome to Map 2 of Redfall. How big? Oh my god. Map 2 is substantially larger. What great news. Huzzah! Hooray for more Redfall. Bloody Tom Cultist. Bloody Tom Cultist, what the heck? Who the bloody hell is Bloody Tom? The Bloody Tom Cultists are facing off against the Miss Whisper Cultist. Who will win? Which side should I join? I think Miss Whisper does sound just a little bit cooler than Bloody Tom, but not by much. They both don't sound very strong. It would be great if the story of Redfall turns out to be a Scooby-Doo type hoax. The Hollow Man was pretending to be a vampire to drive down property value. Then the cops are like, thank you, Devinder, for helping us catch the Hollow Man. We've had a lot on our plate recently. Some maniac's been going around town killing everyone they see with an assault rifle. All the people that my guy killed during Redfall were just like wearing Scooby-Doo costumes. We were just trying to dodge paying property taxes, and this guy came in and killed us all with a machine gun. And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling telekinetic threats in student debt. I like Scoob. I found a G36. I'm gonna shoot a boat. I'm out of ammo, Scoob. I like Scoob. I'm gonna have to use my ultimate move. Shaggy Slam. Welcome to Burial Point. Here's a new hub for you. Did you just get familiar with the old hub? Sorry, here's a new one. Time to relearn where everything is. If I were the quest board, where would I be located in Redfall? In the second hub town. Do red gas tanks blow up in this?
I mean, remakes and remasters are like a trend lately, so who knows? Maybe you'll get that. God fucking damn it! Hard to fucking do this part of the
It's like a nice farm. Just a pleasant, nice, sunny day on the farm. It's a little overcast, but not bad overall. As annoying as it is to never be able to see anything without the flashlight, it probably should always be nighttime in this game. That would help the vibe a lot. And boy, does it need all the help it can get. The key to
remasters
is to skip cutscenes in Redfall. Skipping these cutscenes when they arise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. What the? Whoa, that was a weird slide. What happened there, Redfall? That was some weird motion. The game was not prepared for me to slide on a sloped surface. Hi, Vampire. I'm Redfall. Prepare to die. You're dead. Another excellent battle in Redfall. Game of the year 2002. No way, I got the Grackle revolver. Now I have a Grackle. Check it out, cultist. The Grackle. Grack. This room's gonna need spackle when I'm finished with my Grackle. Hey, Vampire, check out my Grackle. What? Hang on. I had Nerf bullets in there. Here we go.
What?
Here's real bullets.
Yeah, so
Grackle.
true.
Huh? Can I kill him?
What kind of theme does Ace Combat even talk about when it's just the
door from Monsters Inc. They really like these a lot in this game. Arcane really likes Monsters Inc. We get to watch more ghostly memories, but this time there's Bloody Tom and Whispering Lady. Just what Redfall needed. Double the amount of audio logs. Who at Arcane Studios thinks we want to go into the ghost dimension and watch a bunch of tragic backstories? Nobody wants this. In Dishonored 2, they had that section where you go into the Lila's backstory, and that section sucks. Everybody has nothing but praise for that game, but that is one thing that is universally disliked. So of course they put it in Redfall 2.
I think you're saying the word wrong. It's fucking up with my brain right now.
Oh. It's still going. The ghost despawned for like 2 frames, then they came back. To switch which pose they were standing in, they can't even animate between 2 poses? Oh, it crashed. Bye, Redfall. I can't believe Redfall crashed. Please help us track down and fix the issue by providing detailed information about what you were doing so that we may reproduce and fix it quickly. And the diagnostic is Redfall.
I like how you know it.
Redfall. Colonel 32. I hope the good people at Arcade Austin can use that report to help fix Redfall. It's Siphon. Who was Siphon? Have I fought Siphon yet? What do you do, Siphon?
Go on before you lose your train of thought.
Siphon? A vampire sucking my blood? How could I have possibly seen this coming?
Please, don't kill me.
Sorry, Bloody Tom cultist. If you don't want to meet a grisly fate, maybe don't join Bloody Tom's cult. I mean, I know next to nothing about the guy, and even I could have told you that was a bad idea. All right, another Monsters Inc. door. Let's go read Bloody Tom's audio log about his past trauma nobody cares about for 5 minutes. That'll be fun. Look, it's the lore of Bloody Tom. I can't believe it. What great lore he has. Maybe this game was developed by energy vampires. Redfall was made this bad on purpose. They put the audio log section in here on purpose in order to slowly sap my will to live. Me, along with the 10 concurrent players of Redfall, are sustaining the energy vampires at Bethesda. Todd Howard is feeding off of my misery in order to make the Elder Scrolls 6. I'm making a great sacrifice for gamerkind. We've successfully found all of Bloody Tom's lore, and now we know that he's evil. Turns out Bloody Tom is a bad guy. I'm glad I learned his story. I thought he was going to be a good guy. Here's a cool glitch in Redfall where wherever I sprint, the game forces me to look into the dirt and I can't look up. That's cool. Oh, turrets. I couldn't even see them because I'm facing the ground. All right, did restarting the game fix it? Okay, restarting the game did fix it. That's good. It was just a mild annoyance. This game was funnier when it came out and didn't work at all. The only bugs that
Sounds
remain
like
are
a
just
sounds like a
actually
fun
game-breaking and
story to
annoying.
play.
There's no funny ones left. The only reason to play Redfall was to see the funny glitches, and they fixed it. These perks are not balanced very well. On the same tier is loot is worth double money, and also you take half damage from lightning from Rook. Which one will I buy? I'm surprised this game's available still, honestly. They probably should have Concorded this. Although Concord being taken down was kind of unprecedented. Usually when a completely awful game comes out, they just kind of leave it up there and no one plays it. But Concord literally disappearing was crazy. Ah, God. Cough and expire. That's how I feel when I boot up Redfall. This second Woods map is really big and sucks. So my theory is they made the first map that was small and dense and urban, thinking they were making a traditional Arcane game. And when they realized they were making a bloated open world that sucked, they added this second map. Because this second map is not good. It has like 2 or 3 cool
Company, I
locations,
guess.
but it's just like a
Corporation,
empty field
yeah.
with annoying cliffs. The first map is not good either, but I can see how the first map could have been the bones of a normal Arcane game. Like, I can see how maybe that could have been something, but this map is just nothing. With the first map, I can kind of see what they were maybe going for, and with this map, I can definitely see what they ended up with, and it ain't great. Wave 1, destroy enemies, 0 out of 4. Okay, hang on, let me get my sniper. High pistol, where's the sniper? There it is. Destroy enemies, 1 of 4. Come here.
Child labor.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. This is good open world padding filler content you're required to do to beat the game. That was really bad. I gotta make sure other safe house missions.
Yeah, I do not have a term for that by
what game this is in? Do you see what the competition's like? Fun fact, they wanted to call the game Red Mist, but they couldn't. The marketing department wouldn't let them. Arcane was destined to fall off after they made this game, so they had to name the game Redfall for truth in advertising. Man, it's kind of dark in this game. Oh, someone turned the lights on. Alrighty, Bloody Tom. I'm coming for you. Here we go. Hi, Bloody Tom. Oh, he's a different guy. Okay. He's different from the Hollow Man. I think if I just stand here, he'll keep throwing
Well,
the bomb at
political
me.
stuff
I can
in
hide
there.
behind the wall,
Are you?
and then peek out and kill him again. This should work. Die, Bloody Tom. Come on. Stop throwing your spear, Bloody Tom. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I can move. I can just hide behind the wall, Bloody Tom. I did it. I killed Bloody Tom. Come here, Bloody Tom. Bye-bye, Bloody Tom. For a guy called Bloody Tom, he's not covered in that much blood. I would have expected his entire body to be, like, drenched in blood, but he barely had any. Please let me reuse the skulls that I used to go meet Bloody Tom. I can't. All right, let's go farm 2 more open world zones worth of trash. Who are we killing this time? We're killing Holly White. Walter, your daughter turned into a vampire, Walter. Walter, put your neck away, Walter. I'm not sucking out your blood right now, Walter. All right, class, get out your finger paints, but don't let your red paint fall on the floor. Kid named Redfall. There are 3 missions left. There is Mrs. Whisper, there is the Festival, and there is the Black Sun. Unless the wiki is lying to me, I would actually cry if this game is like 10 more hours. If I was a target in a mission in Dishonored, the non-lethal option would be making me 100% Redfall. It's time to fight Miss Whispers. What will her boss fight be like? Will she spread mean rumors about me at school? There she is. Die, Miss Whisper. Oh, Miss Whisper sucks. What the heck? Miss Whisper's trash, dude. Stay, Miss Whisper. Don't tell anybody I said this, but I'm totally gonna kill you. With Miss Whisper and Bloody Tom out of the way, the Black Sun has complete control over Redfall. It's what she wanted all along. At the same time, the ghostly figure who's helped you in the past has reached out to you in a dream and wants to meet with you in person. Go to the Harvest Festival grounds and meet the ghostly figure.
I can give you what you need to end my sister's life.
I already have what I need to end my own life. It's the game Redfall, nothing else. Retrieve the pieces of Charles's remnant. 0 of 3 is the current quest. I get to go up there into the vampire zone and do it. Can't these vampires retrieve their own remnant? Why do I gotta get their remnant? I don't care about their remnant. I'd rather play Remnant. That's a good game. Oh no, he has 1 of 3 psychic doors? Not 1 of 3 hit X to collect things. 1 of 3 long memory sequences. Oh god, who cares? This is the most momentum killing quest ever put in the game. Cause like I got all the way to the end of Redfall. Might as well beat it. But I'm considering turning it off. I gotta watch like 10 minutes of lore for how this kid became a ghost.
Is it
Spoiler,
dubbed?
he died.
Oh wait,
my
no.
God.
Wait,
He's
you're
getting
playing.
beat over the head with a clock. The clock got him. I can't believe he got killed by a clock.
Oh,
Incredible lore.
What would you do if I died?
Probably celebrate. What happened? She killed him with a clock. I think I watched these cutscenes in the wrong order. They were close. What happened? She beat him to death with a clock. That's what happened. That tends to cause a rift between siblings. Hey, I did your lore. Here's your lore. I got you a sailboat. Are you happy now? Can I please go fight the final boss? Pretty much done complaining about Redfall. I'm just waiting for it to end. I'm sitting here playing it, but I'm not playing it. I am not playing the game Redfall right now. I'm doing the same thing as you guys. I'm just sitting here, just waiting for the game to be over. My hands are gripping the controller and going through the motions, but I'm not playing this game. It's the Black Sun. There she is. We're finally here. So it looks like her boss fight is going to be kill waves of standard guys to unlock the power to kill her. What would be a good climactic boss fight for our entire game? How about fighting a bunch of the crappy guys that you fought the entire game? That's gonna be great. Totality, will you drop ammo? Whoa, whoa, that's the edge of the cliff. Don't, no. Get me back up. No. Okay, the Black Sun. Can we have a real battle now? Can we have an actual fight? She fell. Really? No fight? Is there really no battle? I'm just gonna stake her and she dies? There's no way. There's no way the final boss was just fighting minions. Okay, the final battle was just fighting minions. How? Why did the Hollow Man and the Whisperer and the Bloody Tom all have a real boss fight and she didn't? She's the final boss. She's the most important one. Maybe they knew nobody would beat the game. They knew nobody would get this far. They said, screw it, who cares? We're all getting laid off, why bother? And there it is. Thus ends the saga of Redfall.
Vampires. That's what these monsters became.
Wait, the bad guys were vampires?
In Kickstarter and came across a PSX style old school survival horror game by Tainted Pact Games. I love that developers are still committed to making these types of games so that aging nostalgia gremlins like me can relive the awesome feeling of booting up a new survival horror experience where all I had to worry about for the next few hours was inventory management and how many saves I had left. But anyway, Flesh Made Fear dropped for beta testers around 3 or 4 days ago and I had a great time with it. It had a very simple story, but that's to be expected, so don't expect any complex webs of lore being untangled here. As explained, it's a game of fixed camera angle and undead shooting goodness. We're going to jump into the video now, but if you are enjoying it, be sure to leave a like as it does help the video perform a bit better. Finally, there'll be spoilers in this video for Flesh Made Fear, but with all that said, let's begin. 1992. A rapid response unit belonging to the Reaper Intervention Platoon, RIP for short, are headed to the small middle of nowhere town of Rotwood. This squad take care of all the government's dirty secrets. One of their operatives, a Cole Whitlock, a recon specialist, had earlier been sent to Rotwood to do some recon when he went radio silent. Hence why this squad has now been sent in order to find out what happened to Cole and to locate and take down a man known as the Ripper. On the way, the bridge to the town is up, so they assess the situation, and the squad leader, Bill, says they need to find a way to get the bridge down so they can proceed. With Cole's last known location being on the outskirts of Rotwood, Jack Richards, aka Bones, is to take his partner Katya via the eastern path towards the watchtower, and Natalie Lewis, aka Nix, is to take her partner Marcus via the western path towards the campgrounds. For the sake of story, we'll focus primarily on Jack's journey throughout the story, as playing with Natalie is somewhat similar, but with only a few minor differences which we'll cover in the part of this video where we discuss the endings. Checking out the watchtower, Jack and Katya find a gate that looks as if it has been torn apart by something. Powering up the watchtower and climbing it, he finds no sign of the Ranger, only a bloodied mattress and signs of a struggle. Nonetheless, he finds the key for the gate, and he and Katya head through it. They spot a strange tree, and reaching inside it, Jack, rather bizarrely, finds a journal left there by the Ripper, which is an insight into his background with the CIA, where he previously worked as a scientist on MK Ultra. More on his background later. Moving forwards, they come to a weak-looking bridge, which will allow them to cross the fast-flowing river below. Jack crosses first, but the bridge breaks, and he loses his radio. Katya tells him that she'll find another way across, and they split up. Approaching the building with the bridge controls, unfortunately it's locked, so Jack will need to find the key for it. Finding a gas station nearby called Rusty's Pump, Jack needs a key to enter, so going to the nearby restrooms, he finds the dead body of Rusty, whose key is lying there next to him. Unfortunately, it does seem that whatever is going on in Rotwood is reanimating the dead, and Jack has to put the undead Rusty down, whose body combusts. Strange. More of the undead then start to crawl through a barricade. Entering the store, around back, Jack finds blueprints for a bomb, and figures that if he can get to the truck by lowering the bridge, there'll be a breaching charge there that he can use. He just needs the other materials. Passing through the barricade that the monsters came through, Jack comes across yet another monstrosity, this one exploding into a green acidic mist. Passing through the sheriff's house, he finds out about lots of things locked in the basement. After finding an odd medallion in the basement, the monsters break out of their confinement, and Jack shoots them all. He's now found the key and the handle he needs in order to lower the bridge, so he heads there, lowers the bridge, and approaching the truck, he finds it destroyed by something. Is it the same beast that caused the carnage at the watchtower? Well, he soon has to hide from this beast. After it leaves, disappearing into the forest, Jack grabs the breaching charge and uses the medallion in order to access a trailer park. Weirdly, a horrific effigy sits right in the middle of the trailer park. In there though, he is able to find everything he needs in order to build a bomb. And that's good too, as there's a massive pile of debris blocking a tunnel he needs to pass through to get to downtown Rotwood. Building and using the bomb, he clears a path, heading downtown whilst a man watches him and laughs. This man is the Ripper. So let's look at his background for a second. Victor Rippard was once a leading CIA scientist, involved in the CIA's mind control experiments, codenamed MK Ultra. He was considered a genius, but dissatisfied with the limits of what he could do with the CIA, he became his very own test subject and injected himself with mind-altering compounds, and, as expected, this turned him insane. He then disappeared, taking all of his research with him. He would realize something and would turn to the occult.
It wasn't enough to shatter the mind. To truly impose my will, I needed to bind their very souls. Through rituals as ancient as the soil itself, I infused my serums with energies that defy reason, drawn from rites whispered in forgotten tongues.
He left the project and the CIA and dedicated himself to not only unlocking the deepest layers of the human mind, but to also control it.
But it wasn't enough. The mind resists. It clings to its identity like a drowning man to driftwood. So, I asked myself, what if I could make the mind a blank canvas, ready to be rewritten? A godlike power, mine to wield. The others at the project, they lacked vision, too confined by the leash of ethics, regulations, bureaucracy. MK Ultra was meant to revolutionize the human mind, to break the barriers of consciousness. Instead, it became a hollow shell of its potential, suffocated.
Probably hard in games, the usual.
Rotwood, a quiet, unassuming place. Nestled in isolation, surrounded by dense forests and forgotten roads. When I first stumbled upon it, I knew it was Providence, a perfect hunting ground for my work. It wasn't long before I established myself, a shadow, moving through its streets, selecting my test subjects from among the unsuspecting townsfolk. My serum had evolved by this point, infused with the energies I'd unearthed from my study of rituals and ancient rites.
He made his way to Rotwood. He would become the town's new doctor, and the sheriff would welcome these services, as the closest hospital was an hour away. The sheriff did, however, comment that something was off with Victor. One woman did state, though, that he'd managed to fix her arthritis with a simple injection. Victor became very popular in the town itself, but really, and as we heard him say just now, this was just his staging ground for the new world he envisioned. Something that he would come to consider art and the age of flesh. More will be uncovered about the Ripper, but for now, let's get back to what Jack's doing. Having passed through the tunnel, Jack comes to the Bluebird Inn, and there are fleshy growths everywhere. Approaching one of the rooms, he hears a gunshot, and he finds the occupant of this room has ended their life, and a TV is on, just emitting static. There, Jack also finds that there are many contraptions blocking the way forward, clearly having been purposely set up, presumably by the Ripper himself. These challenges aren't much problem for a conundrum-solving genius like Jack, and he receives a lion medallion. He also finds Cole's jeep there. So he's still in the town, somewhere. Using the lion medallion on a gate, he is confronted by the large monster he saw by the bridge, and using his skill in combat, Jack gets the better of it, and it, just like the other monsters have, combusts. It also fell through a fence, creating a way out for Jack. A short way down the road, he comes to Devin's diner, and it's now confirmed that the Ripper is messing with him, and a record plays on the jukebox upon him entering the diner. The Ripper, clearly insane, says that what's going on here is Rotwood's rebirth. He mentions Cole and calls him a brave soul, and seems angry that Jack took down the large monster that he calls his bubonic behemoth. He says that he's riddled the streets of the town with tests of the mind and the flesh. The perfect playground for his creations, he claims. Solving another puzzle there in the diner, Jack obtains the key to the gate to the diner, and upon exiting he comes across Bill, who's shooting some monsters. Speaking with him, he says that the squad scattered. He points out the sheriff's department next to them, and he boosts Jack over the wall, telling him to find some answers whilst he, Bill, tracks down the other squad members. Inside, more monsters and puzzles await, but Jack is able to find Cole there, locked inside one of the holding cells. He's badly injured, in terrible shape, but he is alive. He says he was on the Ripper's trail, but that at some point, he just blacked out. The computer that controls the locks on the cells is busted, so Jack will need to journey deeper into the sheriff's department to find another terminal. Finding some keys and coming across another grotesque creation of the Rippers, Jack is able to access the sheriff's office and unlocks the cells. Returning to Cole, however, it's as expected. He is transformed into something and he attacks Jack, who is forced to defend himself, and he kills what was left of Cole. Cole dropped the key to his room at the motel, and going there, Jack finds the radio in Cole's room had been destroyed. What's more, Cole was very close to finding the Ripper.
Cole Whitlock, RIP Squad Recon, final log. I split from the others from the sheriff's house and returned to my room here in Bluebird Inn. I immediately checked my long-range radio equipment to see if I could get through this damn fog, but the wires were slashed to hell. Sabotage. It had to be the Ripper.
I know what he's doing.
Turning this whole town into a twisted maze.
I've seen the symbols.
Traps. This isn't chaos, it's control, and I won't let him finish it. I'm making the call. No more waiting. Ripper has to be stopped. If I fail, and this is all that's left of me,
Jack, Nat, Bill,
I hope you know I died with my boots on.
Jack finds a tool for lifting manhole covers, and he uses this to descend into the sewers. So just what has been going on in this town? There are many journals and tapes left around Rotwood that paint a picture of what happened here in the town. Shortly after the Ripper had arrived, the ranger for the National Forest on the outskirts of Rotwood would begin to find mutilated deer, with clean cuts that resembled the handiwork of a butcher. He tried to report it, but it was dismissed as being the work of poachers, but he would find more of them. He would report feeling like something was stalking him, something big, but that moved very fast. He would find claw marks, and he reported hearing static on the radio, but heard a voice within it repeating the phrase, "Cleanse your sins." The voice told him to do terrible things, and he started blacking out and losing track of time. The voice would laugh and tell him that only fire would save him, and he burned himself alive in order to cleanse himself. The sheriff, on the other hand, would notice a thick fog arriving in the town, and with it, people reported seeing things moving within it. He would also notice that more and more of the townsfolk were acting strangely and losing their memories, wandering the streets, all confused. And then the screaming began. He found one woman had been torn apart by her own husband, who was no longer a human. The 4th grade teacher at the school, Mrs. Harper, had journaled that the children had also changed as their eyes had gone cloudy, and they started screaming. She had locked herself in the classroom in the school, but heard the children clawing at the door. And it was around this point that Cole Whitlock had turned up in the town. The sheriff wrote on his computer about how the station fell, that they tried to hold the line but the creatures just kept on coming, that there was no end to them. They decided to abandon the station and they left downtown, sealing the tunnel behind them, and this is why Jack found the tunnel blocked by debris. The sheriff also raised the bridge in order to keep unsuspecting people out of town and to stop things getting out. They would retreat to the sheriff's house. But the survivors they took with them changed, and the sheriff had to lock them in the cellar whilst Cole went somewhere else. The sheriff would eventually end up barricading himself in his bedroom, and he too felt himself changing. He was hearing voices in his head. Something is going on in the static, on radios and on TVs. As we saw, it drove this guy to end himself. Before long, the town was completely overwhelmed and was now crawling with its former residents having now become soulless husks and manifestations of hell.
These creatures, they were more than I ever imagined, and yet, as monstrous as they were, they obeyed me. My will was their law. Their very essence bound to the energies I had infused into the serum. Rotwood had become my proving ground, a living experiment in domination of the mind, body and soul. It's almost poetic, really. A quiet town, now a place of flesh, made free.
As we heard on Cole's recording, the Ripper had turned the town into a twisted maze with evil symbology everywhere. He'd been consumed by his madness. He created many monstrous things using his serum, but none of them more curious to him than the ones he called sleepers, and these resembled cocoons, awaiting their season of awakening. He'd also discovered that these creations of his were combusting.
It cannot stand silence. It cannot stand stillness. And so, it erupts. Most bodies that betray me in death detonate. The flesh revolting against its own end. A grand finale of gore. Their corpses bursting like fireworks in the night. Their souls must be writhing now, howling in the depths. I laugh to imagine it. Failures, damned twice over. Their bodies bursting here, while their spirits burn below. They were never worthy of my gift. Just meat full of fire. With every ritual, the cracks widened. Not just in the ground, no. The air itself fractured. The town
Switch to English for one name.
Reality peeled back like rotted skin, and behind it, the inevitability of my design pulsed. Rotwood is not a town anymore. It is a wound. I carved open, and I am the only one fit to wield the knife.
Along with his madness being inflicted on the town, the Ripper would keep trophies by way of the missing persons posters of those that he'd killed. So with Cole dead, there's only one thing to do: pursue and kill the Ripper. Moving further into the sewers, Jack comes across Katja, who is knocked out. Coming to, she explains that she was searching a house full of medical equipment when she fell through the floor and ended up here in the sewers. Whilst Jack stays put, Katja tries to find her way round and to him, but But after avoiding or fighting many sewer-dwelling monsters, she discovers a dead end, but she does find a medallion down there which she gives to Jack upon returning to him. He promises that he won't leave her down there, and will find a way to free her. With no option than to leave the sewers, he does so, uses the medallion he received, and then emerges outside K-Rot radio station. Entering, he finds it consumed by more growths and has to fight a monster down in the basement of the radio station.